In just a few minutes, I show you how to fix that stretching materials that happens when you scaled up an object. But before getting into the details, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss these tricks and tutorials related to Unreal, but also you don't miss the methodology that will help you build a successful career in the video game industry. And don't forget to visit woolon.com and take our free training, how to become a successful game changer video game creator even after your daily job. Let's start with the problem. Let's place an actor of type geometry and box. If we use the brush editing tool and we decided to extend this side of this object back to the selection, you can see that the texture doesn't change. It doesn't change the proportion. It doesn't stretch. Every box represents 1 meter inside our scene. But now let's say that we add another, just the same actor, but instead of using the brush editing, we decided that we want to scale this object. When we scale the object, something terrible happens, which is that the texture stretches, and we don't want this effect. So how can we solve it? To do that, we are going to create a new material. So first, let's add a folder. And inside this folder, we'll use a material. Let's call this fixed mat. Open the material. Also, I need a material to use different to the default that we have here. I can use this material. So right-click on Content, go to Add Import Content, and select Add Feature or Content Pack. Then click Content and select the Starter Content. Add to Project. Close this window. Now we have a starter content, and inside we have a group of textures that we will use. In particular, there is a texture that I want for this case, which is this checker noise M. Select this texture, go to Mfix Material, right-click and look for Texture Object. Drag a wire to World Align Texture and connect this texture from the XYZ texture pin to the base color. But I also want to control the size. Keep the 1 key down and click. Let's set this value in 100 and connect it to the texture size. Right-click to probably convert this into a parameter. Name it texture size. Apply and save. Let's go back to our scene. Find the material we just created, which is here in the folder material, and drag this material to the brush object. Now you can see that this material doesn't stretch. Even if we continue changing the scale of this object, doesn't stretch. The limitation is that at this moment you need to go face by face if you want to apply the material. It's nothing really bad. You just have to go for every face and changing the material. But you also have the option of selecting the material, going to Place Actor, Geometry, and add a new actor, and that actor automatically will be filled with this material. Nevertheless, I'm always curious if I can find some asset inside Fab, free asset inside Fab that can help me without having to create the material. And I found one that definitely grabbed my attention. Inside Fab, look for Fancy Dev Grid Material. Open this one. It is a free asset. Add it to your project. Let's save everything, including my new level, and go to the Fancy Dev and the materials. Here you have a very nice group of materials to help you define the size of the objects that you are working with. So I want to pick one of these materials, let's say this yellow, and place an actor, a box actor. And as you can see, the material is not applied directly. But what you can do in that case is to drag the material to the size where you want to apply it. We go to the top and apply again the same material here. Oh, is this material here? And if I need it as well, I can apply the same material on this size. On this side, sorry. Yes, sometimes my mind disconnects from my tongue when I am working. And now you can also stretch or scale this object, and you can see that it creates more squares, all size of 1 meter. And by the way, I forgot to mention one thing. Let's say that in this case, you want to change the size of the material. You can go to your fixed material, and instead of defining the default value of 100, let's set it on 200. Apply, save, and then you have the material alter or fix for this new size. Now, I recommend you to use tools like this one when you are developing, because it helps you to have a very clear idea overall in terms of, in architectural terms, of how is the size or what is the size of this object. With this material that we created and the asset, you have everything you need. Did you like this video? Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment below. I want to know how do you feel about the content that we are creating. And remember, visit Woolon.com and learn more about the Game Creator Accelerator, my lifetime mentoring program that can change your life if you want to be part of this industry and if you have many responsibilities and you cannot put it aside. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, and most importantly, keep dreaming big. I'll see you soon, my fellow creators.